The X-Men movies have always been known for their heroic mutants and complex villains, but some moments were darker than in any other superhero movie. Fox's X-Men film franchise is often praised for the dark tone it boasts in comparison to other, more lighthearted Marvel fare. From violent character deaths to scenes featuring dark subtext fans only notice on rewatch, the franchise is full of such scenes. So here are the top 5 darkest moments in X-Men movies. X-Men trilogy was building to finally comes to a head in the film's final act when most of the mutants introduced in the franchise at that point unite to defeat Jean, who has suddenly become their deadliest foe. The tragic precipice of the battle is reached when Logan makes the difficult choice to kill Jean himself. Given his regenerative abilities and his relationship with Jean, Logan is able to get closer than anyone else without being harmed. This gives him the perfect opportunity to finish the job, even if it is heartbreaking to see unfold. Between the violent synct that ends Jean's life and the tragic subtext of the loss, this is easily one of the darkest scenes in the franchise. Dark Phoenix. Jean's fall is somewhat shallowly adapted from a storytelling perspective, but the sheer violence the film operates with allows for some genuinely well-done scenes to seep through the cracks. One such scene is the tragic murder of none other than Mystique at the hands of Jean's power. This chaos manifests in a swarm of violence that eventually sees Raven, known affectionately as Mystique, impaled. The pure terror of Raven's allies sells the tragedy of the moment in an unexpected dramatic beat that no doubt took me by surprise. Jean is a problem, and almost could be compared to Scarlet Witch a little bit. The darkness of the film Logan is best showcased in the film's climax when the Wolverine is murdered at the hands of X-24. This is a future I thought impossible for the character, given his healing capabilities, but unfortunate timing and calculated violence on X-24's part lead to a tragic end of the character's legendary run. Well, until Deadpool and Wolverine anyway. The somber moment is sold by the sadness of X-23, who holds Logan as he dies. It is a difficult moment for both characters, but there's a level of bittersweetness due to the duo's innate connection. It is a beautiful, if dark, conclusion to the film and the character of Logan. And guess what? Wolverine and Mystique died the same way. The tragic and untimely murder of Wade's fiancée, Vanessa. This moment kicks off the plot and gives Wade the push he needs to begin his character arc, and it does so with such harsh realism that it is genuinely startling in comparison to the film's tone. It is also a moment that lingers for a long while, allowing Wade to bask in the harshness of it all. Thankfully, the happy couple eventually receives something of a happy ending, but even that doesn't reverse the startling darkness of this moment. Did you know, in the comics, Vanessa is a mutant known as Copycat?
There's a time for us, it's just not now.
Of all the mutants in the franchise, one could make a case for Eric Lensherr having suffered the most. The man who would eventually take the name Magneto was driven to his fate by a series of tragic events. It is truly one of the darkest and most gutting scenes in the franchise, followed by a swift and twisted massacre of the officers, as Eric uses the locket of his wife and daughter to pierce the necks of his attackers. Did you know? Eric's life in X-Men. Apocalypse is a totally original idea, not from the comics. I bet y'all did not know.
Is this what you want from me?